Okay. Well,
Okay, it's
how come we don't have video going? That's interesting.
7:01 on October 24th. We'll call to order the meeting of the Southwick Zoning Board of Appeals. In attendance, we have Paul Gregoire, Mike Parent, Bill List, Chris Mastriani, and Wendy Cordero. Absent is Tom Stapleton. I texted Tom and I didn't get any response, so he seems to have gone dark, so I'm going.
Say that again?
Tom,
I tried texting Tom and Wendy tried emailing him, and neither of us got a response, so.
busy with some other stuff.
Okay, we got some mail to go through. So there's a Southwick Firemen's Association bingo night on November 9th at the Southwick Rec Center. I'm probably find that online, anything. There's a notice to employees, Department of Industrial Accidents. Talking about the insurer. I can circulate that around. And this got a letter from the town clerk. Did you read this?
I
Yep, go ahead.
briefly scanned it. And
Okay.
she set up a new system. So instead of using spreadsheets and stuff, and that's why she just asked me to make sure we're up to date. So when I did check it,
Okay,
I wanted.
all right, I'll read it through in detail and the issue looking for an answer.
She's
kind of
looking,
verification.
yeah, for chairman, vice chair.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Any bills to authorize or anything? No, okay, let's look at the meeting minutes from October,
August.
from August
Wow.
27th. Wow, 2 months. Well, more business here. Yeah, there wasn't anything official on the agenda. We kind of did some housekeeping, some things up to date, and then there was an informal discussion.
Did you print them out? You want to look at it? That's my original note.
There was an informal discussion by Jim and Ellen Boyle for 662A. College Highway for building of a storage facility. They have been scheduled for the 14th. For November 14th of the first public hearing to talk about that. I think we went over that in some pretty good detail. So despite filling out the application wrong, I think they have the numbers correct on what we suggested they do to get a more favorable review from us. So we have that. So when everyone's read the meeting minutes, someone can make a motion to make some changes or approve it.
It's not showing. I tried sharing, but. I did it at home, it'll just go up on my screen, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was
On video.
automatically.
That's what you got, is a house. All right.
The choice is there.
So if we do the Zoom with our recording, do we have to do that?
I don't think so. I think Wendy's doing it just as
Because
a,
we cover our butts.
yeah, just a
Till it really
fail
works,
safe,
it really works.
fail safe backup. Yeah, I don't know.
It's recording, but
I don't know how you, if you want to look at one of the recordings, I don't know where you would find that or how you would get to it. So,
if they're saving on the web or whatever, but
yeah, I don't know how quickly they get published because things like meeting minutes are 6 months behind on any board
Right.
before they get, the PDFs get up there. So.
We have no suggestions. It's pretty straightforward on those. Remember?
Anybody have any comments on the minutes? No?
Put a motion to accept.
We have a motion to accept the meeting
Second.
minutes. We have a second to accept the meeting minutes from August 22nd. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the minutes have been accepted as originally written. Something that's new on the website, I don't know if anyone else has stumbled across it, but if you go to the Board of Appeals and then it says, instead of having a little list of who the members are, it has a link that says board members, and if you go to that, it lists all of us, and it also lists the terms or when the current term was started and when everyone's term expires.
Doug's here.
For instance, Bill Liss's term expires in the end of June 23.
Oh, no.
Paul's term does not expire until the end of June of 25.
Oh, really?
I thought we were just reappointed.
These are the dates that here. I
one
thought it was
year.
odd that they were staggered like this.
Yeah, okay.
Tom Stapleton, associate member, is through June of 23. Myself is through June 24, and Mike Perrin is through June 23. Wendy Cordero is listed as a now to life term. So
Wow.
he, no chance of parole. And so that's there.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Some new talent, huh?
The election of the chairman and vice chairman for the next term here. I'm gonna make a suggestion is that when we appoint the chairman and the vice chairman, that we put a ending date on it that corresponds to this, so that we're kind of July of each year, so that even if we don't meet and need to but at least it'll officially come up that we need to have that election at that time.
Those appointments are from the select board and for the term given. Right? So if it's June, when we go to July, it might be out, might not renew it. We could choose not to renew it too.
Okay, so you're suggesting we should have
Earlier,
Usually each time there's a new board and when somebody gets reelected, they usually have an election at that time.
all right, so
when is
Each
yours
time
up?
there's a new board,
There you go.
which
mine is up.
means
Flying,
when someone is
Mine is up
reappointed,
in 24.
2 years is 24.
So
someone is reappointed.
we should have the election as soon after the reappointments as possible. Okay.
I think so,
So we should say July 1st then.
because of if they're reappointed, then it would be for the next term.
Okay, so we should say July, well, our,
They're staggered, so
okay. So if the terms all end on June 30th, then we should have an election that ends on June 30th, and then the new chairman and vice chairman would have to be appointed in the beginning of July,
if reappointed
if reappointed, yeah,
to the board itself, never mind.
correct,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, I think, all right, do we want to make any nominations for the position of chairman?
I'll nominate Chris Mastriani. I'll think of if he chooses to
All right, we have
take the
a,
responsibility.
we have a nomination and a motion to reappoint Chris Mastriani as the chairman of the Board of Appeals. We have a second for that. I'll take a roll call vote. Paul? Yes.
Yeah.
Mike Parent?
Yes.
Yes. Bill List?
I,
I suppose I should vote for myself. Aye. So Chris Mastriani is appointed as chairman of the Board of Appeals for a term ending on June 30th, 2023. Do we have any nominations for vice chairman?
I nominate William Bliss as the vice chair.
We have a nomination for William List for vice chairman, and one second.
I'll second the nomination.
Second the nomination. Okay, well, we have a motion to appoint William List as vice chairman. Chris Mastriani votes yes. Paul?
Yes.
Yes. Mike? Yes. Bill?
I don't need to.
Okay.
3.
By a unanimous vote, William List is appointed as vice chair of the Southwick Board of Appeals for a term ending on June 30th, 2023. So, based on the appointments from next year, we'll have an election based on what the makeup of the board is at that time. Okay. There's a pending application for 662 College Highway that we talked about informally at our last meeting. The official application has been submitted and will go to publication for a meeting on November 14th. The application is not filled out correctly, but the intent of the application is to follow the suggestions that we made last time. Was to have a rear setback of 50 feet from their property line so that they don't need a variance for that. Center the buildings in the property line so that the
Access.
setback from each side property line is 25 feet, where the setback bylaw says 50 feet. We discussed it, and it sounds like for emergency vehicles and access, and the fact that there's nothing on either side way back there, it's about 750 feet off the road. That would be a good number to present in the actual application. So
The zoning's IR, right?
zoning is IR, yes. So this will get published, and then we'll have that meeting on November 14th. Just for some comments on some the old applications we had. Wendy noticed that there's a for sale sign at 74 College Highway where the marijuana greenhouses I assume was going to go. So it'll sound like that plan fell apart for whatever reason.
I was driving down the highway when they were putting it up.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Did you check to see how much?
Whoa.
Check to see how much it cost?
Yeah.
And another old business that I just happened to drive by this lot several times a week is we had that application at 194 Hillside Road it was told to be a huge single-story house. And they submitted another plan for a normal size 2-family house, and there's been no activity there. So I just find it curious that there's
Time's ticking.
nothing going on.
It was kind of a downhill.
Yeah.
One of them, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there is a lot of chainsawing going on back that I hear from my house, and I don't know where it's going. I haven't walked back there to see who it is, but it's been 7:30 in the morning chainsawing, so.
Oh, boy.
That's all I have. Doug, anything you want to ask us about?
Well, special guest.
You're just here.
Welcome, Doug.
Was done,
You
so I
just-
figured I'd come up and say
You're killing
hello.
time.
Yeah,
Boy, you guys are short timing it there, huh?
something's wrong.
This is town property, I hear with,
Oh,
hand it over to.
Oh.
oh, okay.
Oh, the official measuring stick. Has that
Was
been
that-
calibrated, Paul? Since the-
So is that for me to?
We have to
keep, or
subtract
is
a couple of feet.
that for me to keep or to turn into somebody?
That's for you to use if you need to go out and measure something.
You wash
I've
my
had it
hands.
for a bunch of years.
You should knight Chris with a handle.
I'll
Now
see if
you're
any-
in charge of
see
it.
if any of my neighbors want to check their property.
Like a
line.
gavel.
Yeah.
Board of Appeals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds strange.
Not that on a piece of plywood. Cool.
One other thought that popped into my head the other day is it possible to, or do we want to entertain the idea of a different start time for these meetings, like 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock? I know you guys start at 6, so I don't think there's anything
That'd be a state-
blessed
that'd be a
about
town
7. I
requirement
just
for-
wanted to get
Doesn't.
anybody's,
just
and then
as opposed to-
get opinions on whether they thought that was a good idea or a poor idea.
I think that's a great idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Even 6 o'clock if you.
Easy, retiree, easy retiree.
That's right.
Well, I was working till about
6 a challenge.
27 tonight.
Oh, boy.
Learning that.
Yeah.
But we can.
I mean,
I'm
obviously,
just- I'm
like
just
the
throwing,
idea.
I'm-
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just, you know, like,
Yeah, I know. I like the idea of earlier and
okay, what about you, Bill? That, how that fit your
might be
schedule?
challenging to make it.
maybe more, I might be late more often.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you have the option. We know there's a heavy public hearing come up, we could change the time and post it with the,
Do we have to commit to, you know, it's at this time?
no,
on the
because you could, I
second
think
and-
it's not a,
second and
it's
Well,
not
we
a town
kind
deal.
of
it's
do,
us.
because there's other meetings that take place in here. and
True.
We
On
present a
Tuesdays?
plan once a year,
Yeah, I'm on
our
the,
dates and times we're using this room, so.
do we know if there's any meetings preceding us? I don't,
I don't-
There was nobody in
Yeah,
here at
there's nobody
6:30.
in
yeah, I don't think, it's not on Mondays anyway.
Yeah.
Conservation though meets every other Monday.
Mhm.
Right,
On
but
the
we're
opposite-
staggered,
The
yeah.
opposite.
opposite
Right,
one to
right.
us, Yeah, I'm not saying we change the second and fourth Sunday. I'm second and fourth Monday. I just thought that, you know, maybe getting here at 6:30 gets us in and out. And we think
Yeah.
it over and, next, you know, I'll keep it on my little scratch sheet here and we'll
We can
talk
plan.
about it next
Yeah,
next
it should-
meeting.
yep.
So is that decided or are
No.
we definitely doing it? or
No,
just-
well, just mull it over and we'll talk about it next time. Check your calendars and, you know, just think about it a little more. I just threw it out there and I didn't. Not suggesting we make a decision tonight.
This is, not driven by any complaints from meeting times, starting people. It's just a feeling from this side.
Okay,
Okay,
any other business? No,
I don't think so.
Anybody gotta make a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. We have a second?
Second,
We have a second. Everybody in favor?
I.
Aye. Adjourn at,
2.